Hi, I'm Lynedra Carroll, Director of Communications here at Albany State University. I'm sitting in for Dr. Janice Carthon, host of Realizing Potential. Today on the show we have two very special guests, the president of the Tournament of Roses Parade, Mike Matthiessen, and ASU Marching Band Director, Michael DeQueer. Welcome to the show.
Excellent.
Mike, you're all the way from Pasadena, California. What brings you here to Albany State University?
Well, one of the responsibilities of the tournament is to visit every band that is in our parade. We have 20 bands, and we will be visiting all of them, including the local ones. And during those visits, we get the honor of presenting our Tournament of Roses flag, which is like a championship banner that can be carried in parades, and we hope in our parade, and hung proudly in the band room as well. And the third would be the awareness that we like to build in the community and do what we can to tell the community, the students, and anybody else who will listen, especially those with a checkbook, you know, how special their band is and what an opportunity it is to send them to Pasadena. And of course, all of the bands need support.
Yes, thank you. It's been a really busy week here in Albany and in Atlanta. What are some of the things that you've seen and done? What have you done while here in Georgia?
Well, starting off with meeting the governor and being in both houses at the government seat was certainly very special. And driving down here, we stopped in Macon at Okmulgee National Monument and spent a couple hours there seeing, you know, civilization that was in existence over 10,000 years ago. And of course in Albany, we went to Jimmy's, and I had my chili slaw dog, and most of it has been here meeting the students and exploring Albany State University.
Great. Now, the ASU Marching Band is the only band from Georgia to participate in the 2016 parade. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, so Michael, what was it that you thought about when you put that application in for hundreds of bands? What were you thinking?
I was extremely nervous, and when you apply to something like that, you know, guys like artists like me or directors like me, we think of all the reasons why we shouldn't be selected. And you know, after the electronic application was already in, I'm thinking maybe I should have sent another video, or I could have done this differently. But we were, I guess everything was affirmed when we got the phone call that it was okay. And the selection committee was pleased with what we sent.
Great. I understand that this is not a new idea, that this is not something that came to you recently.
Right. Yeah, it has been. And, you know, I told the story to, I think it was Dr. Hayward. I didn't know it was going to go viral, if you will. But yes, as a child, I've been looking at the Tournament of Roses parade. I mean, that was kind of a tradition in our house. And as nerdy as I am, it continued because I'm just amazed at how all of these floats can be assembled, made of flowers, the whole pageantry of it. And of course, looking at the bands. And a lot of the bands were bands that I knew, and then of course looking at the Pac-10 and Pac-12 bands and the Big Ten bands, and it's just, I just, as a matter of fact, I look at it on one station, then I'll flip to another station to see that band again, if you will. So it's a big thing for me, and it has been as long as I can remember.
Very good. Mike, this is the parade, and you've selected, what, hundreds of bands and other units that will march on New Year's Day?
Well, we'll probably have about 95 different units, and of course that's floats, equestrian units, and bands. Out of the 20 bands, 7 are automatics, where they don't have to go through the arduous application process. But we did have over 100 applications for 13 spots, and Albany State University was one of those 13 spots.
Great. What did you see? How was Albany State University selected? What did you see when you looked at the Rams band?
Well, all of the bands are, I guess, evaluated based upon their musicianship, their marching ability, the precision, and the overall look, the uniforms, and the feel, the energy of the band.
Great. So, Michael, what will you do to prepare this band for New Year's Day in California?
I've been asked that. We're actually preparing now, but the hard work will come in August when fall semester begins. And it kind of falls in place because that's football season. So that band will be learning the music, and we need to execute the proper turn. There's requirement in terms of how fast we must move. I think it's 2.5 miles an hour. So all those things will be worked out. Really, in the nuts and bolts will be in the fall semester when it comes. But our really thrust right now, if you will, is fundraising, and it will be probably all the way until January. So we are just trying to get folk on board and to get people to buy into what this is, which is a great opportunity for our students to experience the parade in America, maybe the world. So that's our push, fundraising, and then we get the music done in August.
In August. Okay, so you have 7 or 8 months to raise the money to get the students to California?
Yes.
Okay, what else will they do while they're there?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because I'm still excited about it. I know I'm an old man now, but we're going to Disneyland.
All right, Disneyland.
You know how much I want. Anyway, so we're going to Disney, and we're going to march on Main Street with Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Maybe Goofy too, I hope so.
All right.
And then we have a performance at Pasadena Junior College, which is a beautiful place, stadium that's named for Jackie Robinson. So we'll do a halftime show there, which is what we love to do. And the students will get a chance to experience other things in California, Hollywood, maybe San Diego Zoo. I'm kind of a nerd. We got to do something historic. So they're going to be busy every day.
It sounds like it, and you'll have almost a week there in California?
Yeah, 5 days I think it is. Right. We get there on the 27th, and we come back to Georgia on January 2nd.
Mike, you've talked to other bands, other band directors you've met at travels. What is it that the Rose Parade would want these young people to experience and to remember?
Well, I think probably in the Rose Parade, being that it's on a large stage and being that there's probably 700,000 people that will be lining the streets alone, not including the audience on television, but just having 700,000 people to perform in front of, I think it builds teamwork. Certainly it's a goal that people have to work towards, and to know that if you do something and apply yourself and do it well, that you can be successful. I think that's a message that a lot of people can translate to a lot of different venues.
I agree.
This is so exciting for Albany State University and the band. We certainly hope that the community will embrace this, and we want to provide information for them if they'd like to give to the band. So what would you want to say about that in terms of the community coming together?
Sure, and we so do appreciate it, because folk are starting to do it now as we speak. Your donation can be made to the foundation. You just designate it on your check or money order, that is to the Rose Bowl Fund, or you can say Band Rose Bowl, and all the monies will be funneled into the right account. And
for the Rose Parade?
The Rose Parade, yes, indeed.
Yes, so we'll be able to put up some information about how to do that, and that is for anyone who wants to support the band, please visit www.asurams.edu, go to Give to ASU, and then you'll be able to click on Roses Parade and Beyond. So we hope that the viewers will get that information at the end of the show. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about this visit or this endeavor to go to California for the New Year's Day Parade, Tournament of Roses Parade?
I might go first.
Well, I would like to say that just like Albany State University has a theme, that I think our theme for this year's parade is Find Your Adventure. And I think that that translates, and we've heard find your adventure, be inspired, motivate yourself, think outside of your normal day-to-day activities, and find your adventure can be something big and it can be something small. It can be something you've planned for a long period of time, and it can be something impulsive, and it could be something as simple as reading a book and reading about somebody. It could be something about the past, and it could be something thinking forward to the future. Find your adventure can translate to so many different venues, and one of those would be people that have tried and applied themselves, and their adventure is going to be in Pasadena.
I really want to thank you, Mike, for being here, and thank you for being on the show. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank our viewers for tuning in to another edition of Realizing Potential.